everyone, my name is Siti Nur Rahmah. You can call me Rahmah. Um, by profession, I am digital accelerator. I'm working with one of the oil and gas company in Malaysia. And at the same time, I also leading a wellness group called Aroma.
Hi everyone, my name is Rafi Hidayat. I'm the Managing Director of Wealth Vantage Advisory, or WVA. WVA is a licensed financial planning and financial advisory firm. I'm also one of the licensed financial planners within the firm. Okay, so to be honest, I can't remember the first time that we were connected to each other, because we became friends on Facebook. I believe Rama added me, but I can't remember at what time. But then I keep seeing her postings. So postings about her son Akid, postings about Young Living, and also sharing about books that she reads. She does read a lot. So then, if I'm not mistaken, it was a book by Tony Robbins, if I'm not mistaken. And she then shared her take from the book and saying that, okay, now she needs to look for external help in terms of managing her finances. So what I did then was actually just put a general reply saying that, okay, here is where you can find licensed financial planners to help you. So then she responded, one thing led to another, and we decided to meet up.
During that time, this is the book, Unshakable. So I was reading this book because I attended a new NLP course, Neuro Linguistic Programming. So during that course, I'm working on certain things, my goals. So my goals is always to have certain income and then to get financial freedom. But that goals has been my longest goals year on year, but nothing has changed. And then I had a situation during that year that I know that I have a lot of bad debt, and I know that I'm earning a lot, but at the same time I'm spending a lot too, and I don't have any saving. Then I'm being called for to read this book. I never really have the interest to read any book that is related to financial because I think it is very boring. So, but I was being called to take this because since it's Tony Robbins and I love him, I didn't know that it was about the mechanics and also technicals on financial planning. And then there's a chapter on that around how to really engage your financial planner and how to find the correct financial planner. During that time, I just discovered in the book that they are financial planner that is independent and it is very different from the unit trust planner and all the policy insurance agents. So that's why I posted on my Facebook and searching for that because financial planner terms is very alien for me during that time. So Rafiq and some people actually drop comments, and also some of my friends also recommending some contacts. But I decided to meet him. So yeah, the rest is history. So to be honest, I was very anxious to meet financial planner. I didn't know what to expect. All right. And then to talk about something that is very personal. So I wasn't really ready during that time, but I just like, okay, just go for it. So when I first met him, I feel that he's very serious. He's professional and know what he's talking about. So I think during the first time, I think that I can relate a lot to him because he also shares his personal story. And then because he has the face of, very natural, like no feeling face. So I feel that, okay, I can talk to him and then without judgment because I cannot read any judgment on his face. So I think that went quite well.
Earlier, we met in Pavilion, I think it was Starbucks. Starbucks. Oh no, it wasn't Starbucks. It was actually Coffee Bean. It was actually Coffee Bean. And like I came earlier, and so I was like doing preparation and everything. So then Rahma, after she finished work, she actually walked to Pavilion from where her old office was. So when she came and everything, so I was technically already in working mode, hence the professional or poker face that Rahma mentioned. So then, because in WVA we actually have a standard process flow in terms of how we explain what we do to our clients and conducting fact finding and everything. So that was the first session that I had with Rama. So, but before that, I already asked her to bring all her necessary documents, information, and everything to make the whole process be more smoother. So she actually came with most of the information, which is okay because some clients don't even know where all the information are. Okay. So then after going through the figures and everything, then I said, okay, I will get back to you with a synopsis of your situation. And I think it was 1 or 2 days later, I did share that synopsis with her. And then she said, okay, can my husband go and see you also? Okay, so that was the first time I met her husband, Wan Muhammad Fauzan, or I call him Ojan, because that's also what Rahma calls him. Ojan, and went through the same session with Ojan. So then I do not know what happened after I gave him the report. So then I got a message from Rahma saying that Ojan, I think had a bad case of fever or something. Like he was in shock after seeing his financial report. As like at that point of time, I see her as like, okay, somebody who is professional also. Is professional. Not to say that she's not professional now, but now that I've known her for 2 years, I know she's also very warm, caring, and everything. In addition to that, okay, and she also has triggers lah. So there has been situations in which we've triggered each other to a certain extent, which then led to people exiting WhatsApp groups.
Okay. So like I mentioned before, I went through the process of I feel that that year is my transformation year. And then when I learned about NLP, and then I being called to read this book, and then redirect me or direct me to Rafiq. And after that initial meetup, and I can see all the facts and figures. So even before I decided to engage Rafiq, I know that deep into my heart, this is the thing that I need to do. This is the thing that I need to face because I have been hiding from my financial situation. I always have this positive mindset to feel that money I can always earn later, and I don't want to. It is something like a resistance for me. So when everything else is actually lead me to find the financial planner, and then plus Rafiq send me all these facts, so it's just kind of give me another assurance that this is the thing that I really need at this time for me to move forward. So it's really comes into, it's not really on the external validation or external factors, but it's more into my internal motivation on me being want to really go solve my problems and really face my fears, looking at the numbers, really look at what are the things that I need to do. So even though it's very hard for me, even after I met him, I couldn't sleep, and because of the figures, not because of him. But it's really like, oh, okay, what happened? What happened to my kids? What happened to my future? What happened to me? So it's really, if you ask me, what is my big why of engaging? it's really in my inner motivation that I really want to change. I want to take charge of my life, and I don't want to be regretful later.
Okay, so for me, it's actually more straightforward. It's not because Rahmah was ready to engage me. It was more towards, if you hear what she said earlier, is in terms that she's ready to improve her financial situation. Because for me, that's actually very important, because as a financial planner, what I can do is I can help analyze clients' financial situations, and I can provide advice in terms of what they need to do. But if clients are not serious about it, they don't want to take action, or they're late into taking action and everything, is their financial situation is not going to improve. Okay, so that's to me is the most important thing when I do decide to take on any new clients. So Rahmat actually fulfilled the requirement because she was the one who approached me. She was the one who said, "Okay, let's meet up." She was the one who said, "Okay, let's do this." So she knew what she wanted, and that to a certain extent gave me comfort knowing that she will take action. She will take action when the recommendations are provided. So that's the main reason why I decided to take on Rahmah as my client.
Okay, so the benefits or the value that I receive once I engage financial planner. So for the first year, we did a lot of cash flow improvisation. So during that time, I had this fear that, oh, I might need to change certain lifestyle, or I need to sacrifice certain things. But when Rafiq shows me that what are the action plans that I need to do, basically it doesn't need any major change. So during that time, it's because when you are engaging someone that is expert, so it feels like, for me during that time, it feels like it's impossible for me. But when I can see the breakdowns of the action plans, that is not that it can be 1 year, 2 year, or maybe more, it feels like more bite size, and I can take it, and the goal is, I feel that it's nearer. However, even though I don't need to change my lifestyle so much, but because the fact that I'm engaging a financial planner, and he always give me the extra tips, and then even even when I spend, we will be reminded around, okay, Rafiq, will Rafiq happy if I do this spending, something like that. So it's something like a sort of, you have like another questions, or okay, will Rafiq happy if I do this, So I how to say, it actually avoided me to do those impulse buying, and more aware of what I spend, and put me a bit more thoughts on the things that I want to spend. Like, for example, he always said in the during the presentation, don't you want to buy something now, but don't sacrifice something that is later. Don't sacrifice your dream because of the things that you want to buy now. Something like that. So I always get that stuck into my brain. So in a way, even though it doesn't change my lifestyle, but it changed my thought process before making any spending. And I become more aware of, okay, do I need to spend now? What is my value? Or is there something that I can compare first? Because I'm always being impulsive. And if I can see all my mistakes before, it's all because I'm being impulsive. And at the end of the day, I didn't use it. I didn't attend the courses. I didn't read that book. I didn't, yeah, or I didn't make a good comparison. I didn't get the best deal. So when I engage him, subconsciously, he comes to my mind when I want to do the spending. Okay. And then in terms of, the relationship between me and my husband, because financial is really is a taboo things if we want to discuss with our spouse, especially with the provider of the family, right? Husband. So when having that, we are talking about factual facts. So we don't put any emotion inside there, and we can sit together and discuss. So our relationship becomes better because we put aside of any emotional things, but we really goes into, okay, what needs to be done. So Rafiq has put this plan. So what can we do as a husband and wife? How we can do this? How we can make this happen? So it's very objective without any any arguments. Because before this, when we talk about financial, it always end up with the arguments, and one people get hurt, and then like few days cannot talk to each other, something like that. So with this, it's really being objective and really help us to facilitate the difficult conversation between husband and wife. And then during the first year also, when we are in the progress of doing renovation for my financial, I did a bit of not impulsive. I did the decision that I would like to take some time off. Okay, last year, because of some of the reasons. So my plan is to have 2 months of a break. Actually, I resigned, but things like get too excited for me, and then it continuously until 6 months before I get back to work. So it obviously impacting whatever that we have planned before. But because we engaged him as the financial planner for the whole year, so I can back him, even though and really look at what we can do to reduce the exposure of the financial risk when I did that decision. So I can say that even though I didn't work, and obviously my main income was not there, but I can say that my financial is getting better and better today, and I couldn't imagine if I didn't engage him. And I know that I still need to take that decision last year. Things could get worse. So it good to have someone, and it good to have someone that know about it, that we can also rely, because he has the expertise. We kind of stuck with our own situation because we didn't know what to do, because we are not exposed to this financial planning. So maybe we end up going to Along credit or what. But actually, we have a lot more ways in order to plan our financials at the same time without hurting our lifestyle and our decision. And at the end of the day, hopefully we can get the financial freedom that we strive for. Yeah. So that's the value that I get. And we continue until now. It's the second year. And we decided, even though things are getting improved, but we just decided that we would like to go for the next one, to the next level, because we have done on the cash flow. So the next level is really on getting more out of the money that I earn or out of my investment, etc.
Okay, so like I stated earlier, when I decided to take Rahmah on as a client, the most important thing is the readiness of the client. Okay, so Rahmah was ready to change, her husband was ready to change, so the whole family was ready to move forward in terms of improving their financial situation. So what I did wouldn't be that much different from what other financial planners would do. It's just that I was helping Rahmah to basically adopt a new mindset with regards to how to manage money. Because most of us as Malaysians, we do not learn formally how to manage our money since we were young until we work. So then we are also expected, once we start work, we get our first salary, we are expected to know how to manage it properly. Okay, so that's the reason why most people like, oh, suddenly now I have a lot of money, I can spend all of it. Oh, now I have credit card. Yeah, it's okay. I can spend it. Even though like no one actually explains to you, oh, actually when you have a credit card, if you don't pay your credit card debt, you will get charged 18% per annum in terms of the interest rate. Okay. So coming back to Rama's situation, so what I did was mainly just highlighting what the family can do in terms of improving their financial situation, and also act, as she pointed out, act as a sounding board. So whenever they have any questions with regards to their personal finances, then they are free to come to talk to me, saying, okay, that's the situation. So the point that she was making about she was planning to take time off. So we actually had a discussion on how to go about it. Okay, what she needs to be aware, what the family needs to be aware, so on and so forth. So, and I think based on that, it made her decision making easier because now she knows what's the implication. What's the implication? And also adding on to the fact that we have solved some of her earlier cash flow and debt situation. So then it made it easier for her to decide to take time off and even extending it until the end of the year.
Yeah, I think Rafiq, the most value added during that time kan, when you tell me exactly how much that I need to earn, so that I can still, I can still live a normal life. So actually, during using that figure, that minimum figure, so I work from there. Then I make sure that I get income from elsewhere, but make sure that it meets that number. So it really helps. Yeah.
It's actually that mindset. So because Rama did mention that she's used to be earning a lot of money. Okay, she's used to be earning a lot of money. It's just that because of poor financial management, she then racked up debts. Her cash flow wasn't that great, etc. So because of the mindset change, and now she actually earns more money than she earns before. Yeah, she just recently ranked up in her organization. So congratulations for to you for that. So now she's earning more. But the thing is, that she now knows, okay, having more income doesn't necessarily equates to spending more. It equates, okay, as long as I've already put aside the money that I need to put aside for my future wants, for my future dreams, then it's okay to spend the rest. I think that mindset change is actually the most important thing that I feel Rahma has learned throughout our engagement.
Yeah. See, he's doing his thing. Like I just rank out and then I haven't received my commission yet, but he's already, warned me. Even though you rank up and then you know that, so yeah, this kind of warning, so it haunts
Yeah.
me. I'm coming from the normal Malaysians that didn't know about the financial planner. I guess that most of Malaysians also do not know about the financial planner. I always thought that the unit trust agent, takaful planner, insurance agents are financial planner. So I think that a lot of people get confused on that, including me before. I didn't know exactly what's the role of financial planner. I don't know what actually difference that they give to us. So until I read the book, until I actually engage Rafiq. So for Malaysians, I urge you that to understand what is the role of financial planner. It's very different. Sometimes when I observe in our industry in Malaysia, even though they have this title of financial planner, uh, endorsed by Bank Negara or whatever, but they choose not to be financial planner. They choose to be agents instead. So that makes a huge difference. I didn't know. I didn't know when I didn't how to say until I engaged them. So sometimes please when you want to improve your financial condition, you need to step outside For example, like if you want, how to say, if you want to improve your financial planning, but you end up to just look for the insurance agent, so they will only give you in the standpoint that is not holistic enough. All right. So for the financial planners, they look at the whole thing. And also the most important thing is they really listen on what is your goal. Like for the agents, they usually look at, oh, if you take this policy, you get this. But the thing that they offer could be not match and align with your goals. So that part is really making different. And a lot of times, people like me, the normal Malaysians, didn't know that. They just do the comparison between policy or the returns by returns. But really, when you want to improve, for example, in any goal setting, in anything that you want to improve, you need to look at your current state. All right. And then what is your future state and look at the gap. But I look at the Malaysian trend right now, we just jump into the products and also the value of the product. I didn't tell that the product is not good for you, but it doesn't solve your pain points. So when you look and you analyze your current state, you know the pain points and you know the gaps of the pain points, also the gaps in order for you to get where you want to be. Then the financial planner, without any bias to products, they will give you, and sometimes they just ask you to cancel, even though they didn't receive the commission out of it. So that independent view is really needed. We are not really looking at what are the products that benefits the most and give you the high value, but which one that actually resolve my pain points. So that part, we really need to change the mindset of the Malaysians, because at the end of the day, we end up taking the products or the solutions that really not resolving our pain points, but instead taking on a lot of commitments, and at the end of the day, we didn't get where we want to be. So yeah, so that's my advice to the Malaysians.
Yeah. Okay. So, thanks, Rahmah. So basically, Rahmah actually talked about it with regards to the difference between a financial planner and agents out there. Although there are actually a lot of agents out there that actually also market themselves as financial planners. So I guess that would be the first thing that I will highlight to most Malaysians. Please check the credentials of the person that you're talking to. So because for financial planners, actually you can check our credentials at the Securities Commission website, and you just type the name. It doesn't have to be the full name. You just need part of the person's name. You type in the licensing portal and it should come up. So if the person's name doesn't come up, then the person is not a licensed financial planner. It's as easy as that. Same thing with Bank Negara as a financial advisor. So you can go to the financial advisor, the Bank Negara website. So it's not as easy to search because they actually prepare a PDF document which is updated, I think if I'm not mistaken, on a fortnightly basis. So you can then open the PDF document and then search for the name of the advisor. Okay, so I think that is to help you if let's say somebody were to come to you and say I'm a financial planner, to just check whether this person has the right credentials. So, but coming back to the point that Mama was saying about the products and everything. So the products, yes, there's nothing wrong with the products. The issue is whether is it the best one for you at this point of time? Okay, so a financial planner like me, we will actually look into your overall situation, all your gaps, all your goals, and then we will then suggest to you, okay, this is what you need to do. So it might require you changing some products, different products here and there, but it would then, what I usually say to my clients is actually, we're trying to use your resources in the most efficient manner. because none of us have unlimited resources. If we have unlimited resources, we won't be working. We'll just be chilling on a yacht somewhere in the Mediterranean, and just chilling, relaxing. Okay, but no, that's the reason why we have to work, why we have to build up our retirement funds and everything, because we have limited resources. But one thing that I noticed when I talk to prospects, so there are a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I'm interested to engage a financial planner," but they always come back and say, let me organize my financial situation first before I see you." So it's like having, like when you have the hourly mates to come to your house. So before the hourly mate comes, you then go all out to clean your house so that it doesn't look that dirty. But then you're still paying the maid to help you clean the house. Okay, so it's the same thing with a financial planner. So some of the prospects that I meet say, "Yeah, I want to engage you, but my financial situation is not really good. So let me organize it myself first." And to me, it's like, okay, if you knew how to organize it yourself, you wouldn't be in that situation in the first place. So in Rahma's case, like she didn't do that. So she said, okay, this is my financial situation. I know it's a mess. Can you help me in terms of improving it? And because of the decision that she made, now her financials in a better situation. So that would be my advice to Malaysians out there who have yet to engage a financial planner. So please seriously look, if you say you need help with regards to managing your finances, please look into engaging a licensed financial planner to help you with your financial situation.
Yeah. If I can add to Rafiq's point, kan, I went to a seminar around to be millionaire, around managing financial. I went to a lot of seminars lah. Okay, so one of the key takeaway from that speaker is he asked us every day spend at least like 1 to 2 hours managing our money and look really on our cash flows, everything. So I was like, I cannot do that. I rather doing that, using that time to do something else. And plus, I don't have time to learn about all the financial instruments in Malaysia. So I think that if like for Malaysians, you know that you don't have time, you look at the numbers and then you freak out, and then you have a lot of things to juggle, but you want to have the goal achieved. Delegate leverage to someone that is expert, so you can save that 2 hours per day doing something that you love to do, and having that peace of mind, really doing that you passion of and put your heart into it, rather than trying to fixing something that you hate to do. So that's the value, I think. From the financial planning point of view, I know that this topic might be very daunting for all of us, all right? And sometimes we just sweep it under our table, under our carpet. But just what you need to do, for me, like what I did before, just that first step to understand, because we fear the most the things that we don't understand. So the first step of engaging the financial planner is just like maybe that 1 hour could change your life. So just give the opportunity, give the chance to yourself to really see what could be done to help you. Yeah. So that's
So what my advice would be to all those watching or listening. Okay. If I always say that if let's say you don't do anything, you won't get any results. So the first thing that you just need to do, if let's say you know that you need help with regards to financial, is to take action. To take action, and one of the easiest way is actually just reach out to a licensed financial planner, because most of the licensed financial planner generally might not charge you on the first time that you meet up, because they need to get to know you first. Okay, so and that first step might help you to achieve your long-term goal that has been eluding you for all this time. So remember, what you need to do is take the first step.